Hello, we are Ladybugs. Today we present SpaceUp, a cloud-based microservice solution designed to improve university space and facility management.
Now I will be presenting the executive summary part. So what is the current challenge that we face that drives us to create our proposed microservice solution? So the challenge here is university venue management face difficulties in managing room or facility bookings, such as clashes, ghost bookings, capacity mismatches, and lack of real-time facility status. So we have come up with a system called SpaceUp to mitigate these unwanted challenges. It's a cloud-based microservice platform that addresses all of those issues that I've stated through, first, conflict-free scheduling, where real-time booking prevents double bookings. Second is smart verification, which is a ghostbuster protocol. What is a ghostbuster protocol? Well, it is when someone books a room, but during the day itself, they are not even occupying the room, and that kind of takes away the opportunity of other people who actually needs the room. The booker being missing is a ghost, so hence the ghostbuster protocol. The system will have a QR-based where QR attendances are required to be scanned by the booker so that we know that the room is occupied. And if the person who booked hasn't scanned within 15 or 20 minutes, then the room will be released back into the system, allowing other people to make use of it. Next is capacity and utility optimization. So what is this? It is smart recommendations match room size and equipment to actual needs. Sometimes you have 5 people that is conquering or booking a room that fits about 20 people, and that is kind of a waste of space. So to prevent this, the system will have a feature to match a room according to the booker's needs. So if the booker has a team meeting about 5 people, then the system will match them to a room that is suitable for 5 people. Next, we have asset health transparency. So why the need for this is because sometimes not a lot of people know that a specific room has sufficient facilities in terms of monitor or maybe number of chairs, and some might not even know if the number of PCs are even working properly, or maybe the LCD is missing, or maybe the air conditioning is not working well. So to have this kind of transparency kind of gives the booker some knowledge that they know what they are booking for, and if this room does not meet up to their standards, then they can proceed to book a different room. So this feature will allow users to also report and view facility conditions in real time. SpaceUp aims to impact by transforming room booking into an active value-added service that optimizes space usage, reduces resource wastage, and improves the user satisfaction. Therefore, the implementation target of this system is targeted to be a 12-month roadmap with a seed budget of 300,000 ringgit, targeting adoption as the standard campus facility management.
I'm here to introduce Ladybug Sendirian Berhad, a digital company established in 2025 and headquartered in Samarahan, Sarawak. Our team of skilled developers focuses on creating innovative software solutions that solve real-world challenges in the education sector. Our latest project, which is called SpaceUp, is designed to simplify university facility booking and management. It helps universities maximize the use of available spaces and resources while also encouraging sustainability across campus operations. Through SpaceUp, we fulfill our mission of decreasing resource waste in educational institutions. At the same time, we work toward our vision of becoming a leading provider of innovative and sustainable digital solutions for universities worldwide. SpaceUp enables universities to achieve greater operational efficiency, improves the experience for students and staff, and promotes responsible, data-driven use of campus facilities. In short, our solutions combine technology, efficiency, and sustainability to make campus management smarter and more effective. Now, let me introduce our leadership team at Ladybug Sendirian Berhad. Alisari Anak Matthew, our CEO, sets the company's visions and represents us in partnerships and stakeholder meetings. Our CTO, Amanda Mirabel Anak Eric, leads all technology decisions, ensures security, and chooses the right tools and platforms for the team to use. Davina Aviadidasius, the COO, connects the company with universities, manages project feasibilities, and ensures smooth operation. Dayang Naja Akila binti Awang Mutsar, our CMO, handles marketing, campaigns, and maintains our brand image. Rasdiatul Shafika Aloy, our CFO, manages budgets, finances, and financial planning to support company decisions. Zafiratul Sofia, our product lead, designs product features and UI/UX to make SpaceUp user-friendly and effective. Together, our team combines leadership, technology, operations, marketing, finance, and product design to deliver innovative and sustainable solutions like SpaceUp.
Now I'm going to present the product or service description. So here we have the diagram for the SpaceUp's system architecture. So this architecture actually adopts a service-oriented architecture, also known as SOA. It treats each core function like the booking, the verification, the smart capacity tracking, and the asset transparency as an independent, loosely coupled service. And it's also a dynamic behavior where services interact constantly to achieve continuous real-time resource optimization. So how does this benefit? Well, this modularity provides high scalability, flexibility, and maintainability, which is essential for a changing university environment. Everyone in the university is diverse and they have a lot of varying needs. So to have something that can support every requirement dynamically from users, that is definitely a great approach for a system, especially within a facility booking management. So how does the system works? Well, on the top layer, we have the users, which could be students, lecturers, members of a club or admin staff, basically any members or communities of the university. So they access the system via a mobile app or a web portal. So the idea here is the mobile app is created with Flutter and the web portal itself is created by React. The mobile app and the web portal will go through the API gateway where we can eventually access all the features like the booking, the Ghostbuster, the smart capacity, and asset transparency. So from the API, it routes all requests to the independent core services. Say a user wants to access the smart capacity matcher, then through the API, it connects them directly through that specific feature that they want to make use of. Now for each services that the SpaceUp system provides, it provides the booking service, which ensures the conflict-free reservation, then the Ghostbuster verification that dynamically releases a new space. Next is smart capacity matcher, which optimizes room suitability, and lastly, asset transparency that reports real-time equipment status. So all of the data for each function will be stored in the central data layer, which integrates with the university systems back and forth. So the university system may keep track on certain timetables. For instance, room A is tied to a specific timetable, and according to that timetable, that is the only date and time where the room is available to be booked. And lastly, we have the notification service, which works in parallel, leveraging this data to facilitate the system's dynamic real-time actions.
My part is market analysis and strategy. I will talk about market analysis first. The market for SpaceUp is the higher education sector in Malaysia, specifically public and private university. We are focusing here because we see a clear persistent problem, the inefficient management of campus, venues, and facilities. Next, our target audience is split into two groups. The key decision makers are the university management and ICT unit. Their approval is essential for implementation, but the actual primary user are students, staff, club, lecturer who struggle every day with the current system. Next, unmet needs and pain point. The core issue is that existing solutions fail to meet their needs, which has 4 critical points. The first one is booking conflicts, ghost booking, capacity mismatches, and facility condition. This issue highlights a massive gap in the market for reliable integrated solution. The last one is competitor. Our competition is not a modern app, but it's like a paper logbook, informal WhatsApp chat, and spreadsheets. These alternatives are very slow, unstructured, and error-prone, and cannot provide the transparency or real-time data that universities desperately need. SpaceUp directly addresses this failure. For marketing strategy, our solution SpaceUp is positioned not a basic booking tool, but as a cloud-based microservice ecosystem. Focused on delivering measurable operational value, our strategy is built on the classic marketing mix, which is 4P. First, product. SpaceUp is seamlessly integrated system available through a user-friendly mobile app and website. The key is that it integrates directly into the university existing digital environment like Moodle or Unimas Now. Second, price. We use an institutional licensing model. The university pays a predictable annual subscription fee, while the system is provided free of charge to all students and staff. This model is budget-friendly, predictable, and allows us to scale with optional add-on modules. Third, place. Our distribution is entirely internal, delivered via the university own app, store, or internal portal. This ensures high accessibility and compliance within the institutional ecosystem. Finally, promotion. Our plan is targeted and multifaceted. We will drive adoption through onboarding workshop and live demo for staff. Critically, we will run campus-wide Don't Be a Ghost campaign to encourage check-ins, supported by gamification for reporting broken equipment. This is all amplified by digital announcement on students' social media and email. By focusing on these 4 pillars, we are confident in achieving rapid adoption and demonstrating clear ROI to the university management.
For this part, I will explain the technology infrastructure used in SpaceUp. SpaceUp is a modern and easy-to-use system that helps students, staff, and administrators manage university space. It is designed to be flexible, secure, and efficient for daily use. SpaceUp is developed as a cross-platform system so it can be used by more users. For the mobile application, we use Flutter. Flutter allows one app to work on both iOS and Android. This saves time, reduce cost, and provide consistent user experience. Students can scan QR code to check in and manage booking easily using this app. For mobile portal, we use React. This portal is mainly for administrators to manage room usage, equipment condition, bookings, and maintenance. React is used because it is responsive and supports real-time update. For microservice architecture, each service works independently, making the system easier to maintain and scale. There are 4 main services in this system, which is the first one is authentication service for secure login, inventory service to track room equipment, next one is booking service to manage reservation and avoid double booking, and the last one is notification service to send booking reminder and reduce post-booking. For backend development, the backend stores and manage all system data securely. We use Node.js with Express.js because it is fast and can handle many users at the same time. PostgreSQL or MySQL is used for storing data, while Firebase support real-time booking update. The system is hosted on AWS or Cloud Google platform for reliability and scalability. For front-end development, the front end is designed to be simple and user-friendly. The mobile app is built using Flutter and Figma is used to design the interface. The web portal is developed using React, allowing administrators to monitor rooms, manage booking, and track maintenance easily. And Figma also be used in this web portal development to design the interface. And lastly, security. Security is a top priority in SpaceUp. All data communication is protected using SSL encryption to ensure user information remains secure. And then geofencing and QR code scanning are used to confirm that users are physically present at the location before check-in, helping to prevent fake or ghost booking. And lastly is SpaceUp follow data privacy regulation and university policy to protect all personal and institutional data.
Next, I will present the financial estimates for SpaceUp, covering the funding sources, budget allocation, and the projected revenue. This slide gives an overall picture of SpaceUp's financial planning. So the total budget allocated is 300,000 ringgit, covering a full 12-month period. So this budget is planned at a business proposal level and already includes system development, deployment, and all first-year operational costs. So no additional funding is required for year 1. SpaceUp's funding comes from 2 main sources. So the first one is a University Digital Innovation Grant of 200,000 ringgit, which supports initiatives such as digital campus transformation and IR 4.0 adoption. The second source is 100,000 ringgit from private sector collaboration, where technology or facility management partners invest in exchange for early adoption or integration opportunities. So together, these fully fund the 300,000 ringgit budget. This pie chart shows how the 300,000 ringgit budget is allocated. So the largest portion, which is 55% or 165,000 ringgit, goes to system development and engineering because SpaceUp is built using a cloud-native microservice architecture. So 20% is allocated for licensing, hosting, and tools to ensure scalable and secure operations. And then 50% is used for marketing and deployment to support campus adoption, while the remaining 10% is reserved for contingency and system scaling to handle unexpected technical needs. In terms of assets, SpaceUp builds on existing university IT infrastructure, which is already available. So on top of that, several new digital assets are proposed, including the SpaceUp software system itself, the supporting microservices architecture, and cloud infrastructure for compute, database, and storage. So this combination allows the system to be scalable while still leveraging existing institutional resources. SpaceUp does not involve financial debt. Instead, its liabilities are operational commitments such as cloud hosting fees, software subscriptions, and system maintenance. So these are the standard costs for maintaining a cloud-based system and are necessary to ensure reliability, security, and continuous support. For year 1, operational costs total up to 21,600 ringgit. These include hosting and system maintenance, marketing campaigns, customer support tools, and miscellaneous administrative expenses. Importantly, all of these costs are already included within the 300,000 ringgit budget, so SpaceUp does not require extra funding for daily operations in the first year. SpaceUp generates revenue through multiple streams. So the main contributor is the campus subscription licensing, followed by optional API or module add-ons, training and onboarding services, and support and maintenance contracts. So altogether, these streams are projected to generate 240,000 ringgit in annual revenue, making the business model diversified and scalable.
Now I'll walk you through our project milestone and I'll be explaining the key details and the timeline for our SpaceUp system as visualized in this Gantt chart. Our project is structured into several distinct phases over a 12-month period starting December this year, where in the first and second month, which is December and January, is the planning and analysis phase. This initial phase involved gathering user requirements and designing the system architecture. The key deliverable was the finalized system requirements specification, or SRS. Next, in month 3 to month 5, which is in February through April, is the MVP development, where we focus on building the core functionality, setting up the cloud infrastructure, and producing a functioning minimum viable product, or MVP. The following month, through month 6 and 7, is the alpha testing and improvement phase. This was a controlled testing phase with one faculty to gather feedback and to refine the system, resulting in a deployed alpha version and user feedback metrics. Next is in month 8 will be the beta launch phase, where we launch the system campus-wide to collect data on usage and adoption rates. And in month 9 and 10 is the integration and preparation phase, where we integrate new features such as the facility health tracker and prepare training and promotional materials for the full launch. And lastly, in month 11 to 12, is the system release and ROI forecast phase, where this final phase involves the public deployment, commercialized planning, and the initial financial review. As for the ROI analysis, we will be using the standard ROI formula, which we will calculate based on the 300,000 ringgit of total initial investment and the projected total revenue, which is 240,000 ringgit. This will result a negative 20% of deficit, which means that this project does not break even in the first year. However, the 20% deficit will be recovered in the second year through user subscription renewals and new institutional onboarding. This proves that SpaceUp prioritize long-term profit rather than short-term profit only. Other than that, the operational benefits include user satisfaction, less wastage of venue, and minimize manpower costs. And in conclusion, this project demonstrates strong commercial potential.
Now we have come to a conclusion for this presentation, and it all wraps up inside a business model canvas for SpaceUp. So starting off first, we have the key partners. So for SpaceUp, the main key partners for this are the University IT Department, the Student Council, and the Facility Management. These are considered the main 3 persons who would mostly interact with the system for conducting any bookings or facility management. Next, for SpaceUp's key activities, we have the server maintenance, the app development, and the database management. These are 3 important things that could help support the stability and the usability of SpaceUp. Having a good server that is maintained consistently, as well as having a structured database management that also functions and stores data properly, are important to establish the SpaceUp system even further. Next, our key resources here are developers, cloud servers like AWS, and the University Venue database. We require developers to assist in building the system, and we could definitely leverage from the cloud servers as well to store important data to avoid any data losses. And the University Venue database is crucial as well to keep track of all of the facilities and the rooms that are available within the university and ensure that those rooms or facilities are featured inside SpaceUp. Next is value propositions. So here we have no more clashes. With this SpaceUp, we can eliminate a good amount of clashes, therefore not a lot of constraints occur during any bookings, and we also have fairness in terms of the capacity for rooms. As mentioned earlier, 5 people could potentially book a room that is suitable for 10 people, and that wouldn't be fair to the people who actually has a team of 10 that needs a room. And lastly is transparency, as the transparency is important to give knowledge towards the user that a specific room may or may not contain a set of assets in terms of PC, monitor, number of chairs that they need. Next here we have customer relationships, self-service app, automated notifications, and feedback rating system. Automated notifications is crucial for people who would like to get notified as quickly as possible whenever a room that they really want is free and ready to be booked. And feedback or rating systems is important for the admin side of SpaceUp to take into account on what needs to be improved within the system, or take any suggestions or constructive criticism to help improve SpaceUp's efficiency. For channels to extend outreach, we have mobile applications. Next is the university web portal. It is important for the university website itself to promote this application to encourage wider adoption, especially within the communities of the university. Next, we have QR codes on doors. This is important to diminish ghost bookings so that people who actually need the room can utilize it. For customer segments, we have students, student clubs or organizations, and admin staff. For the cost structure, the server or cloud cost is definitely required, since nowadays clouds require subscriptions. Next, since we need developers, we definitely need to allocate some costs for developer salaries, and last but not least is maintenance to help ensure the system keeps on running smoothly. For revenue streams, annual licensing fee back-to-back model that is paid by the university. And lastly, for future expansion, data analytics sold to facility management could definitely be leveraged. So that is all for my team's presentation today. Thank you very much.